Hi there, I'm Brian and welcome back to my series on building a sugar shack, nature center, and family pavilion 3000, also known as an outdoor shed. I've taken things up to the next level as you can see, and I'm on the center ridge beam. Let's go check out the latest progress and where I stand and where I'm going in this endless project. The siding's on. Look at that. We've made some progress here at the Mews Forest. Look at this. I got the whole building sided and all the windows and doors cut. And it came out pretty good. Look at these corners. Ah, beautiful. A work of art if you ask me. And most importantly, got a little nook for my coffee now. Huh? Inside the building, the house wrap is looking pretty good. Eventually that house wrap is going to be covered. I got the center beam up. It was something. And I'm really glad that I went with 4 pieces of timber instead of one big beam. There was no way I would have been able to hold that up. I have 4 2x12s, and this is going to hold up the center of the building, the roof. In this area, it's going to be a vaulted ceiling. And then over here, it's going to be a storage loft. And my goodness, this loft is looking a lot bigger than what I thought. But it's good because I'm always going to want to have more storage, right? Whoever said they needed less storage. This is a double 2x8 notched to get it at the right height because in the middle of the loft, it's going to be supported with 2x6s, 16-inch on center. And I realized that there's about 1 7/8 inch of a difference between these 2x8s and the 2x6s that I'm using. So I had to notch the 2x8s, and I also had to notch the center post. This was a tricky thing to do. It doesn't look as good. I gotta straighten it out a little bit, but it's notched down there to hold up the center beam. So that center beam, by the way, that loft beam, it's level, it's good. And this center beam, that's level, it's good. This post, however, is on a little bit of an angle, but the whole building's on a little bit of an angle. And once I get the roof on, it'll help straighten it up a little bit. But everything came out according to plan, and I'm really pleased with it. The next step is for me to start putting my supports for the ridge beam, and then I gotta put in the ridge beam. But before I do that, I'm gonna get that loft going. And once this loft is in with plywood on it, I'm gonna use this as a platform to build up, so I don't have to worry about ladders or scaffolding or things like that. My fear is I'm gonna need to figure out a way to build up. I don't have a 16-foot A-frame ladder, so I got to figure out a way to climb up another 6-7 feet. Okay, I set myself up there. Another few feet so I can install the ridge beam, and then carry really heavy wood up there to get that beam level and plumb. It's going to be a challenge, but I'm up for it. After putting up 3 walls, the 4th and final wall was by far the easiest. Getting the house wrap on, getting the T111 siding panels on. I was flying because I knew what I was doing at this point, and I was able to cut out the windows and doors and call it a day. The problem was there was so much ice on the ground, I had to use a hairdryer to melt the ice so I could put my post in the right spot. I then used a laser level to get that post exactly at the right height, and it worked out really well. I got the post bracket installed and ready to go, and then I checked for final level to make sure that everything was in the right place and where it needed to be. The big question is, can I finish this build before I need to start evaporating sap into syrup and using that evaporator inside this place? I don't know. It's going to be a photo finish. There's still a lot of work I need to do. I gotta put rafters up. I gotta put a ridge beam up. I gotta finish the loft. I gotta put a chimney up. I gotta plywood the thing. I gotta shingle the whole thing, roofing paper, all that stuff. Then I gotta get the chimney up for the evaporator. And by the way, I've never installed a chimney before, so this is gonna be a thing. And chimneys are not cheap, and you have to follow code. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to go as fast as I can, do as much as I can. And it looks like the weather in Connecticut is shaping up that I'm going to need to start tapping trees in about a week or so. And once I tap trees, it takes a few days for the sap to come in. I probably have about 2 weekends until I need to start evaporating sap into syrup. 2 weeks to go from here to, well, there. Can I do it? What do you think? What advice do you have for me? Let me know, and we'll see how this thing goes. Thanks for watching.